So abbreviation is a short way to write a longer word. Abbreviations usually end with a period. So when you write doctor, instead of spelling the whole thing out, you just write D-R and you put a period. Everybody know that? So what we're going to be doing is you're going to draw lines for number 1 to match the abbreviations with the words. Okay? Number 2, it says write the abbreviation for the words. So if there is no abbreviation, you write the entire word. So for October, Michael, what do you think we're going to put for October?
O-T-N-C.
Oh, Liana, unmute.
We're going to put O-C-T. O-C-T. And then a period. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's what you're doing for those. At the bottom, number 3, it says listen to your teacher and follow the instructions. This is what I need you guys to listen to, okay? Listen to me. I'm going to read the instructions so you guys can do that. All right? 1 second. 1 second. And then I'm going to do the dictation. So let's do the dictation first, and then I'll do that section for you, all right? We're on the dictation. You have 3 words across the top, 3 words across the bottom. The first one, they're all abbreviations or contractions. All right, the first word you're going to write is he's. He's. He's not listening in class. He's not listening in class. He's. He's. He's is a contraction for he is. So he's. He's reading the book. He's reading a book. He's reading a book. Your next contraction is I'm. I'm. I'm is a contraction for I am. It says I'm. I'm going to say this sentence. I'm going to say this sentence. I'm. I'm. Your next contraction, didn't. Didn't. Didn't is a contraction for did not. Didn't. I didn't hear you, Mr. Hunter. I didn't hear you, Mr. Hunter. All right. The bottom row, same thing, contractions, okay? Your first contraction is hasn't. Hasn't. Hasn't is a contraction for has not. Hasn't. Hasn't is a contraction for has not. All right. All right. Your next word, contraction, it's. It's. It's is a contraction when you combine it is. It's. It's almost time for school to end. 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 All right. Shouldn't be so happy about that, Naomi. Stop that. All right. Your next contraction and your last one is owl. Owl. And I'm saying that like an owl. Owl. You know, I have an accent, so excuse me. But I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'll is a contraction for I will. I will. So when you say I'll, I will. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'll be back in 5 minutes. They used to say this on Nickelodeon when I was a little kid. They used to, you know, have this show called Nick Jr. And he was like, after these messages, we'll be right back. Anybody ever heard that before? Nick Jr. Michael, question, sir.
You just made that sound.
Every day, me and Dylan get to watch it in bed and during the day.
Yeah, you hear him. It says, after these messages, we'll be right back. I like that. Who remembers that? Am I just old?
That song.
Am I old? Yeah, you guys don't hear that anymore? Hey, when I say am I old, you guys shouldn't say yes. Don't say that. Say no, Mr. Hunter, you're young. You're cool. Say you're young. You're cool.
We don't even know how old you are.
Yeah, you know what? It's going to stay that way, too.
Are you 23?
Am I 23? I'm a little older than 20.
I know how old.
32?
32? You know what? I'm going to stop this conversation. All right. Let's go to number 3. Listen to me and follow the instructions. Listen to me and follow the instructions. All right? So if you have a green crown, you can use a green crown. If not, you can use a pencil. All right? It says, use your green crown to mark the circle next to the word that belongs in this sentence. All right?
The whole world.
All right. But you don't have to do that. You're just going to mark the word that comes under the sentence. All right? The first one, our new puppy dragged one of my blank under the bed and chewed it. Our new puppy dragged one of my blank under the bed and chewed it. What was it? Was it the rake or was it the slippers?
Is it false?
All right. Did everybody get it? All right. Number two, the next part. In science, we learned that the sun is really a blank that shines on the earth. The sun is really a blank that shines on the earth. Oh, I'm sorry. You're bubbling in which one it is. I see you, Michael. So,
On number
yes, sir.
10? You're doing the last one right now.
I apologize. What it is, I said number 2. These are just sentences, so you're only bubbling in what you hear. So bubble in the correct one, okay? Yes, Ada, real quick.
Which one are we on?
So we're on section number 3, but you can bubble in any answer that you hear. So,
No. Oh.
you see what I mean?
So, teacher, and follow the directions.
Yeah, so we're on that one. So when I said slippers, I said green. So you can write the word green next to the bubble slippers, okay?
Or do we color it in? Can we?
You can color it in with blue. You can color it in.
With
Michael,
green?
question?
The middle one only says
Computer and moose. I know, we didn't get to those yet. Do you have crowns with you, Michael?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the first one, our new puppy dragged one of my blank under the bed and chewed it. If you bubble it in, write whatever you bubble it in with a green marker. Bubble it in with a green marker.
Marker?
Or crown, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Crown. I'm reading the directions, and the directions I'm reading aren't clear, so I'm just going to give you guys what to do. All right. So the first one, you have a green crown, you bubble it in with a green crown. So it's like he dragged my green slippers under the bed. See that? My green slippers. Yes, Ada?
Do you bubble in all of them green? Or
No,
all
just the one that I just said. So our new puppy dragged my blank under the bed and chewed it. We should have bubbled in slippers, so bubble it in green. Bubble it in green. The next one, use an orange crown, use a blue crown. It says in science we learned that the sun is really a blank that shines on Earth. So the answer you may get is star. So use a blue crown to bubble in star. Blue crown to bubble in star. I apologize for the confusion there. My bad.
Wait.
I'm waiting. And then after I give you this, you guys are going to do the other work on your own, okay? I got to go to 3rd grade.
Okay.
All right, the next sentence. Get an orange crown. Get an orange crown.
Wait. I just have to bubble this in green really quick. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Dad put his new blank on the desk in his office. Dad put his new blank on the desk in his office.
Computer. Get orange.
He put a computer. So what are we bubbling that in? With orange. We're bubbling computer in with orange. That's what he put on his desk.
An outdoor entrance building for visitors. Please stop.
And now you're going to need a red crown. You're going to need a red crown for your next one.
Oh my God!
You did all 3.
There's one more.
You did slippers, computer, and star.
But there's 6 choices, and you have one more sentence, so you're going to end up bubbling in 4. Okay? So listen to this sentence. Listen to this one with your red crown. The first time I saw a blank in the mountains, I could not believe it was so big. The first time I saw a blank in the mountains, I could not believe it was so big.
No, that's orange.
The first time I saw a blank in the mountains, I could not believe it was so big.
Cloud or moose?
Did you
Cloud?
get cloud?
Always good.
What do we guys? What do we think, guys? What do we think?
Hikers like to say.
Cloud.
He tried.
Cloud. Okay, you saw the cloud. You could not believe the cloud was so big. Who says moose?
Hiking through.
Who says moose? I could not believe the moose was so
Other
big. I
visitors
could not believe the moose
like
was so big. That's what the color in with the bird.
Who, me?
All right. Everybody got that?
Yes.
So now, remember what you're doing. Look on the back of your page real quick. Look on the back. Remember what we did? Remember what we did the other day? We did and an, or a and an. All right. So I packed a this. I packed a that. You use a before a word that begins with a consonant. You use an before a word that begins with a vowel. What are our vowels? We talked about it yesterday. Well, our vowels are a, e, I,
Oh.
U. So
Wait,
any word that starts with a vowel, you're going to use the word and. Ada, question?
Oh, never mind.
You got it? Mackenzie, you got it? You understand, Mackenzie? You sure?
I'm gonna be in second place. Right?
Okay. You guys can start. I'm going to go help out first grade, all right?
Yeah, I need.
You can finish.
Okay.
I'll take you off of mute, or you should be able to come off of mute yourself, okay? If you need it. All right. I'm going to help.
We can.
Sorry, guys.
Miss Hunter,
What are you doing?
I finished declarative sentences.
Hold on real quick. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, let's go over it real quick.
I just finished it.
I know you did a good job. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Appreciate it. So here we go. A declarative. Jeremiah, can you read what it says in the box for me, please?
It says a declarative sentence makes a statement. Declarative sentences begin with a capital letter and end with a period. Example statements, not statements.
Dylan, can you read the statement for the example real quick?
My work is so short. Okay. I might need to fix it.
Okay.
I like to run and play.
I like to run and play. Great. Can you read the next one?
Can you? I don't know what
Ahmad.
play basketball
Baseball. He plays.
baseball with me.
Okay. Jeremiah, can you read the next two sentences?
Do you like to run? Who plays with you?
So those were not statements. Those were questions. So we're talking about declarative sentences. They're not questions. That's a different type of sentence. So what it's asking us to do, it's asking us to look at the blanks, write S for each sentence that makes a statement, write NS for each sentence that does not make a statement. Remember we did this the other day?
Yep, and I finished it.
Okay.
And I finished mine today.
Listen, I'm gonna look for a stapler, okay?
Okay,
Jeremiah,
that's fine.
Staple my work because
It has a question mark.
Okay.
Look back at your paper.
Okay, Jeremiah, read the first one. Read number 1 for me.
Exercise is good for your heart, and that's a sentence.
Is that a declarative sentence?
Yes, because my dad said the one with periods are sentences, but one with question marks are not sentences.
Yeah, well, they're both sentences, but they're different types of sentences. We're only looking for a declarative. So what do we put if it's a sentence?
S.
We put an S.
We put an S, Dylan. All right, Dylan, can you read number 2 for me?
Do you answer? No, so that's
Exercise.
question
Wait,
mark.
it says, do
exercise.
you exercise? So read it again for me.
The question mark.
So read
So
it again for
it's
me.
not a sentence. It's an S.
Is it a sentence, Dylan?
No.
So what do we put?
An S.
An S. Great. All right, read it. Read the next one, Jeremiah.
The next one says, you could swim. That's a sentence because it has
That's
a
a sentence.
period.
That's a sentence. It has a period there. So what do we put?
We put S.
We put S. Great job.
The next
Great
one
job.
is
Hold on.
some people
Jeremiah. Dylan's going to read the next one. Thank you.
Some people like to run. Yes, that's a
Sentences
Period.
as a
That's
period.
a sentence. Yep. It's a what kind of sentence though? What kind of sentence is it?
Declarative.
Declarative. All right. Eliana, yes, ma'am.
Then what is that?
All right. Can you read number 5 for us?
So you guys are on week 5?
Number 5. Yep. Dylan, pay attention. Pay attention. Don't play.
Okay.
Come on.
What week is that?
We're on the declarative sentences.
You guys are on declarative sentences?
Yeah. Number
Okay,
5.
so number 5
Yep.
is the bread baked every day?
Oh, that's the one from the other day. We're on page 67. 67. That one.
67? This is 66. Okay, I found it.
Okay. Number 5.
Okay. Is the bread baked every day?
That's page 66.
Have you tried a carrot? That's the one.
That's not carrot. It's have you tried
I still don't see it.
Oh, for page 67.
Can you wait for a second?
Yeah, wait. I'll wait 1 second. I have to ask a question real quick. I'll be right back.
no.
Michael.
Mr. Hunter, you muted yourself, and also can we start reading? Cause we finished.
You finished everything?
Yes.
Michael, you still working?
We'll wait for everybody.
Can we do
Okay.
spelling?
Guys, what you're gonna do is you can get your reading ready, and then when Michael is finished, he's almost finished there. You guys can start reading, okay? So get your reading worksheets and get ready.
I have my
still
reading
helping first grade,
worksheet.
okay?
I'm reading one, but
Okay,
I'm not.
sorry.
All right, I gotta go back to first grade.
Okay.
All right, are we okay?
Yes. Mr. Hunter, I'm on reading comprehension now.
You're not on reading comprehension. We didn't finish. I'm going over it with you. Real quick. All right, Eliana, are you okay?
Yeah, I mixed up with my work, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Okay. Well, do you have your reading ready?
I only have for now I only found I only found week 16 day 1.
Okay, we're gonna be on week 16, day number 3.
Okay, I just need to finish with the declarative sentences in there because I'm mixed up. I can't find them anywhere probably. It's
Okay.
not find.
I see. Well, try to get your reading. Dylan, did you finish with the declarative sentences?
Huh?
Did you finish with the declarative sentences?
Yeah, I've been done.
Look at this.
Okay, get your reading out. Get your reading out, guys. Get your reading.